Welcome back to my channel, guys. Time for another live action first impression video. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's going to be on season 1 of Kingdom, which is a series released already on Netflix. Now, I will give a heads up. This series itself is in the dark tones. It's pretty gruesome, and I would say it has a lot of rated R topics, not in the nudity or fan service stuff. It's more on the like it's a thriller, it's a horror, there's people dying, like that kind of stuff. So if that's not for you, then you might want to skip this one. But this one is Kingdom. There is 2 seasons out. Each season is about 6 episodes each, and then I believe there was also a special that released afterwards, and I think the special is kind of like a prequel to the whole series. So the series itself is a Korean manhwa or webtoon, and that's what it is based off. It is based off of that one in particular called The Kingdom of the Gods. Now, Kingdom is a manga, and I want to clarify that it is not the manga. It is actually indeed the um, the webtoon. So there's 2 different stories, and Kingdom, I believe, it's an anime. Is also a manga that released in the early 2000s, I think, maybe 90s. It's an older series, and it had quite a bit of a run. That's not what it's based off. It's based off a different story, but nonetheless, a pretty good story. Now, before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. We are reviving the Discord. That is now an official thing. So make sure you check the description below or other places that I'm sure that I'll be posting where you guys can find the Discord. So if you want to be part of the Discord, we're trying to make it more simple and just straightforward Discord. So make sure you follow me there. Okay. Um, we have quite a bit um, of things that you have to kind of consider in this series, and it's a good series because it builds off a lot of stuff. It is a historical period type of series, which when it comes to this type of series, you don't expect it to be. Now, okay, let's get off the plate already. It is a zombie, or it does seem like to be like a zombie thriller. From what I've seen, it is like I've seen the covers. It's probably zombies, or at least a a mimic of it, I guess you can say. So yeah, in the beginning of the first episode, we don't really see any of these creatures until the end, and we not really it's not really clarified yet if they're zombies, but they're zombies. Let's be honest. They come back from the dead. It's zombies. So, but anyways, I'm not really sure if that's what they use the terminology they use. So it's a historical period. There's like political drama behind the whole thing, which it's pretty much historical as well. Like it kind of shows how in royal families everyone was kind of up for the crown, and even if you were to be next to be crowned, like someone was probably going to kill you or something. So um we follow, I think the main character is Lee Chang. I'm gonna assume it's Lee Chang. He is the crown prince of this thing. He essentially trying to investigate what happened to his father. It's been 10 days, and he doesn't know where his father is. He's heard he's ill. He's heard he has smallpox. They tell him that they don't want him to be close to him because they don't want him to get infected. But everything is so strange, right? The only persons I've seen him is basically one of his closest guards and the queen. Now, in the queen story, we don't know exactly the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure when she was introduced as the king's daughter and then also the queen. So I guess a little bit of incest happening there because she's definitely um, Lee Chang's age. Like she doesn't look She doesn't look old. So, anyways, um, she's controlling the whole situation, and she's basically hiding the fact that he's died. We kind of, you wonder maybe he's not, but you put pieces together. He's dead. Um, in the beginning, there's this doctor who's with a young boy, and the the crown king or emperor uh, basically kills him. He kills them. So we kind of have their story in pause, and it comes back to it towards the end. But in the middle, it's basically this whole political drama between the prince trying to figure it out, the guards basically almost killing him because he's not following the rules of going to the castle and all that. Um, then eventually he goes on a journey to find this physician, um, and while this is happening, the kingdom decides that the prince is conspiring against the emperor because he wants him dead, or like he wants people to know that he's dead so that he can be the next king already. And it's like a big mess. So they make it where he's caused treason, and now he's not the prince anymore, which is kind of what the queen wanted. Like the queen wanted that. She's pregnant. She has a baby coming. It's very much clear that um, they wanted him out of the picture. So luckily, he is hiding away already, looking for his his physician that took care of his dad, and all of a sudden disappeared again. So that's that story. The physician, he works in the south side of the kingdom. There is like a little village of a bunch of people that are sick, and he's taking care of them. There's nurses that are taking care of them as well. They're basically starving to death. There's not food, so on and so forth. So he shows up with the guy. He's dead, and everyone's freaking out. Like, why? What happened to him? And he's like, I can't tell you what happened. He just kind of walks away. He locks himself in his own room. While this is happening, people are suffering, stuff like that. There's one character who, um, I don't remember his full name, but this guy essentially is a patient there, and he decides to cook the kid like crazy. Cook him up, feed him to people, and then from there, basically everyone gets infected, for the exception of him, who doesn't eat his own food, and a nurse who found the secret out before she had some of the soup, which is good because it killed everyone. So yeah, that in a nutshell is the first episode. It's a very long episode, guys. I think I'm trying to see here how long it is, but yeah, first episode it doesn't tell you here, so but I believe it was like an hour and 20 minutes, so it's almost a whole movie. It seemed like I watched it in two sittings because it is pretty lengthy. If you're into this kind of stuff, I mean comparison stuff. There's not much to compare it to. Some people compare it to The Walking Dead with the whole zombie survival kingdom, that kind of whole aspect of Walking Dead with implications of political stuff and stuff like that. That's definitely one comparison. You can also compare it to the is the Shonen, no, the Shogun series that released this year. When it comes to the whole political stuff, the whole historical way of stuff, like a lot of these guards kill peasants just because they're lying or because they're hiding stuff from the prince, and they just cut off their heads, and it's just like they're killing people left and right with like no remorse to it. So yeah, there's a lot of that happening as well in the background. Um, a lot of like you feel bad for some characters that are just servants. They're just trying to do their job. So yeah, it's a pretty good series. I'm gonna finish this one pretty easily this time that I'm break. I'm almost in break. So I'll have some stuff to read and watch for sure. So I'm excited to watch this one. So let me know what you guys think. Might be my last review before the first impression season. So make sure you stay tuned for the first impression seasons coming up. I think July 30 is the first anime release, and then a bunch of not July, December 30, and then a bunch of release in January 1st. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.